So this Valentine's, are chocolates, flowers, presents going to really improve your relationship? Much as we all love to receive presents and gifts, I know I do, it's not really, it's momentarily. And really in a relationship, we just want to be heard, listened to, and feel like we matter. You know, most of the time we've got a device in our hands or distractions, and we just feel like we're left out in the cold in the relationship.
Yeah, so day-to-day conversations, they end up being rushed, don't they? Like, usually someone's on their phone, you're talking to them, they're half listening, or they're with the kids. And if you're a couple, you can end up feeling like you're really not being heard. And sometimes you don't even get to the end of your sentence, and saying what you need to say to each other to kind of advance your relationship.
So roll back 9 years when we first got together, and what did really improve our relationship?
Well, we used the talking stick, didn't we?
And it really does this thing.
Is that really going to solve our relationship?
Well, I could use it as a weapon,
Yeah.
which I did many times. Threw it at him. I think I broke a teapot with it as well once.
Probably cracked it over my head a couple of times. But yeah, this does work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to do a little demo of how a stick can save your relationship.
Yeah.
So I first come across the talking stick in shamanic healing ceremonies, where we'd all turn up and we would put our intentions out into the space to do the work, and we would use a talking stick, and we would all kind of get off our chest what we'd come to kind of clear, what we'd come to heal, and it kind of balanced everyone out, so we were all on the same page. No one was holding anything back, hiding in the corner. We'd all kind of put into the space what it is we wanted to get from the ceremony. And it was a real good leveler. We were all on the same page.
I think what it does is it allows you space to be able to express yourself. And I come from a background in Chinese medicine, where actually the wood element is about creativity and expressing yourself, and like anger and emotions can rise up when they've been repressed for so long. So actually over a period of time, when you start to be able to voice, you find that the anger, frustration and all of that starts to dissipate. And what happens when you're in conflict with your beloved, your partner, the egos come into battle. And I know myself, when we use this, there'll be the ego going, well, what about this? And it's like the childlike state trying to get across what they want, and I want this. But actually, when you sit and listen, you actually feel after a while that some of that actually just dissipates. And then when you then come back and pick this up, it's kind of, some of it's processed through your system, and you don't then end up hurting each other so much.
So yeah, we're starting to use the stick now to slow conversation down as well. The talking stick really helps to kind of slow the conversation down, so that you take the time with your words, because you know you're not going to be interrupted. You're no longer fighting to say what you're trying to say. So it's like the inner child gets put back in its box, and everything kind of slows down, and you start to feel heard. You start to feel listened to, and you start to feel like there's no competition or rush to say what you need to say. And then what you really want to say can come out, because what you really want to say is usually buried deep down, and it can start to kind of come out and be heard. and yeah, conversation slows. And pauses become okay because they're not being... Pauses aren't an opportunity for someone to jump in with what they want to say. Pauses are a time for you to find what it is you want to say.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Juliet.
So, we also, we introduced this, really it came about a critical time for us. We were living in this motorhome.
This very motorhome, yeah. It wasn't as shiny as it is now.
It's a very confined space. We were in England. We spent how many winters in it?
Too many.
I honestly don't remember. Maybe 5. You're living in a confined space. You can't get away. It's pissing down with rain outside, or it's snowing, and you know, tensions can get raised. And we just found that this allowed us to speak without really hurting each other, because over time in a relationship a lot of things can be said and they can be really hurtful. Even if you love that person very much, you can really hurt that person, because generally what's at play is the inner child. There's some other sub-personalities that are at play, and it's the first step into being able to express yourself without so much hurt and conflict. We also used it abroad when we were running some eco lodges in Costa Rica. There were all different nationalities. I mean, everybody did speak English, but you know, some were quicker than others, so it allowed everybody to just speak and find the words and express themselves. And we were working with a team of, I don't know, 6 or 7. So that again allowed them to express themselves. So, you know, is there anything you feel we need to say about this, or do you feel we've demonstrated really the use of it?
So yeah, I think it's just a demonstration of how a stick can slow the conversation down. Notice Juliet's not staring at her phone whilst I'm using this stick. She's listening, and I feel listened to. Now you can use any old stick you want. This is a piece of witch hazel, which I chose last year and cut into chunks because I just like it. But you can use whatever you like, just something that's meaningful for you. Wood is important because wood helps you to express yourself, so stick to naturally occurring substances. We recommend wood, but other than that, I think we've covered it. So happy Valentine's. I will be buying Juliet some chocolates, maybe some flowers, but yeah, the talking stick is vital, and I would honestly say without this we probably wouldn't be together.
No, I mean, you probably wouldn't know our story. We've been through incredible heartache and some real difficult situations.
Yeah, to get here. Yeah, and it's been worth it. But it's been a challenge. So anyway, happy Valentine's, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you for
Thanks
listening.
for listening, guys.